Okay, here's one for everyone. A little bit of pro tip, and this is going to go with our saving or lack of consumption. If you save more, obviously you spend less, especially in the things that you'd like to do anyway. Save less on eating out, save less on your car payment, whatever. You can go a long way to adding money that you can then take and invest in other things. One of the things that we started doing really during the COVID period is we started to travel to places on their off-peak season, basically meaning that if it's the best time to go to, well, like in this case, the island in Athens, usually most people flock here during the summertime when the sun is beautiful, it's warm, everyone's outdoors in the pools, bathing suits, enjoying their time. Think of Miami Beach, best time to go during the summer, maybe a little bit during the spring, whatever. However, in some cases, the best time, and what we're tending to believe is the best time to come is actually off season. So Santorini, Athens, Greece, for example, and we are here. And there are a lot of things that are closed. If you come during right now, as you can tell, behind me, this business is closed. This business is closed, but these are all small shops. If you're really interested in buying, like, I don't know, some handmade jewelry or something like that from the island, then that would suck. But for the most part, the restaurants are open, the sun still rises, still beautiful sunset, and you can pretty much do anything here. They're still doing the donkey rides, there's still cats everywhere. For those of you who don't know, these are kind of the key things, I guess, for this island. But we are walking around in this island. I mean, you can check this out. I mean, there's nobody in either direction. One guy behind me. For the most part, we're walking into restaurants, overlooking sunsets, restaurants that might take, you have to do 2 months in advance to even get a reservation ahead of your trip, trying to plan your meals and stuff before you even leave. We're walking into them with no problem. Service is great, obviously, because every guest there is important. And I just say overall, it's been an amazing time. Likewise, we did Italy or Europe twice in both November of 21 and then January of 2022. Went back again, same thing. Fares are down, flights are down. That's the off season for those particular areas. So your dollar goes a lot further. And you would think, well, it's going to be cold in Italy, so it's not going to be great. You can't walk around. We were doing private tours with the wineries. The grapes weren't there. Yes, you couldn't see the harvest. Wine was still drinkable. Hillside was still beautiful. It was still green. Wasn't snowing, wasn't doing any of that. Was it cold? Yep. Did we have to wear layers? Yep. But we get to tour the wineries practically by ourselves. We walked from the museums practically by ourselves. We walked through the city, shopping, all of that stuff, basically by yourself. So the point is it kind of a double fold. Yes, it's great to experience some of these places when they're in, kind of their peak season. Actually, you can see behind me all these places that are closed. But yes, it's great to travel to these places during the peak season. But it's actually really, really cool to travel outside their peak season because you basically have, and like in this case, the entire island. I've been walking here now for 3.5 minutes. You haven't seen anybody. We have the whole island basically to ourselves. And all the resorts are actually still open. The doors are still open. You can still walk out on some of the balconies, walk on some of the cliffs, beautiful views. And it's just, again, it's island to ourselves. Italy, some of the streets weren't necessarily to ourselves, but hardly anybody. Again, great service, lower prices. Your dollar, if you're looking to save, goes a long, long, long way further when you travel all season. And that's the point.